Morning, morning, morning. Sorry, that's not me. That's someone else. What's going on, my reefing fam? March here. This is Fragbox TV. This is probably one of the chunkiest lawnmower blennies I think I've ever seen. The stomach on this guy is just... Okay, what are we gonna do today? Red Sea Reefer 250. I've had the blades set up on them for a couple weeks now, so before we jump into what we're gonna do, I just want to tell you, very impressed. Just remember, anything I say on this channel, we're not sponsored by these guys. They didn't give it to us for free, paid regular price, well, wholesale, because we're a shop here in Toronto, but they're not paying us to say we love them. If I don't love them, I will tell you that they're a piece of shit and I'll throw them in the garbage. But I can tell you, very impressed. I really like the rendition of the color. What do I mean by that? It's just the way it blends together, the way the corals look, the way the tank looks. It is a little bit bluer. We were using the Neptune Sky. I love how sleek they are, and I'm going to probably mount them with the HMS mount eventually, just waiting for some parts to come in. I don't like how close this is to the water surface. Kind of looks like an accident waiting to happen. But anyways, I'm still without a car, so I'm gonna post in the description. Someone gave me this idea, this GoFundMe page, help March replace his stolen car. If you like the channel, if you want to support us, if you want to help me get some wheels so I can continue traveling and making those cool videos like when we visit you guys, I'll put the link in the bottom. 32,000 subscribers. If each of you donates 25 cents, it means I'm getting a new Honda shitbox. I really miss this thing. So what I want to do today is, because we got new lights on the tank, I want to add some acro. So I think acro, they get a bad reputation of being very difficult, and they are not the easiest, but I'm gonna add some to that tank, which are really, really easy. People always ask us, when is a good time to add acro? How old does my tank to be? What is the keys to success? Why does it look like this? That is a very much dead one. There's nothing to save there. It just came in, so it's probably just stressed out from shipping. Unfortunately, there's no bringing a piece like that back. The other ones are looking incredible, but I'm gonna go with the absolute easiest hard corals for this tank. They're not even acro technically. These are all acro that we're looking at here, and we have a lot right now. Beautiful shipment just came in, like so many different ones. The ones I'm gonna add are right over here. This is a Forest Fire Montipora. So this is actually a Digi. Montipora digitata, but we just call it Digi for short. And this is the Forest Fire variety. So that's just like the trade name. They get these green tips. These are really easy. So they're actually in the Montipora family. When I say easy, I mean that they're more forgiving. They're less sensitive to changes in water parameter. They don't need as much light as some of the other species of hard coral. This is another one. This is incredibly easy. If you want to get into acro, find a bird's nest. There's a bunch of different species and types and colors. This is called a what's it called, Dylan? Seriapora? Seriatorpa? Seria balabla? What's it called, this type of bird's nest? The spiky one. I'm gonna... Okay, anyways, this one. Look for the spiky one. Incredibly easy, incredibly fast growing, very forgiving, less than ideal water conditions. This thing doesn't really care. And then I'm gonna add a true acropora. I'm always talking about this one on the channel. This is the Tortusa. We call this one Mike's 007 tort, just because the guy who grows it and trades it to us, his name is Mike. And there used to be this old website here in Canada, more or less, called Aquarium Pros. If you've been doing this for more than, I would say, 7 years, you might remember it. His name on there was 007, so that's why, it's a long story. Anyways, that's why we call that tort, but it's a type of acro, it's a Tortusa, and it's incredibly easy. He grows it out his yin-yang. So this was a softy dominated tank, and right now it still is. If we're looking at it, we have this amazing green cabbage coral, a really cool zoanthid garden going over here. It's still soft, some, what do you call it, feather duster, Duncan. So we have some LPS finally, and some Gorgonian photosynthetic, some more Gorgs over there in the back, and then just a nice little collection. This is my favorite part in the tank. Hello, yellow tank. This is my favorite part right now. I don't know why, it just looks, I don't know, just natural. I kind of like how the blue pineapple tree coral, they've dropped a couple babies. Like, I didn't frag that, it just happened naturally. And then there's kind of hiding these little pieces of rhodactis and mushrooms. I don't know, that one little corner is just really speaking to me. But I digress. We want some acro, so I'm gonna stick them. This light is strong. You know what? We turned it down. I fried a leather. So right there, right in the middle, see this rock? And see that stringy piece of shit that's coming off of it? that used to be a leather coral, and I didn't react fast enough, and I think it just disintegrated under the new power of these blades that we have here. Anyways, so I want spots that are a little bit higher in light, so I'm thinking maybe the Tortusa up there, because he's going to get the flow that he wants from there and the light from up there. So these want typically higher light, higher flow. The Digi, I find that they actually do better in lower light, so I have them over here. This is our kind of mixed reef, LPS sort of. Oh, that's a flipped plate coral. A lot of like soft coral in here, and I have the Montes right there, and the color is really good. When I put them under high light, they bleach and they lose color quite quickly. So I'm thinking for that one, it's gonna grow quick and it needs space. Well, I wanna put the bird's nest here because that's a really, really quick growing piece, and I wanna just give him this entire section to really grow out and do his thing. I'm really curious about how these lights perform. Actually, I would be surprised if they don't look good, because so far everything is looking fantastic. And maybe the Digi, maybe this would be a cool spot here. So it's gonna look like a big red tree. It's a really impressive piece, the Montipora. There's really nothing that comes even close to it as it's grown out. Like with that sort of color and that growth structure, you won't find that in any other coral. So I think that's going to be an ideal spot right there. Check this out. If you're looking for a 24-gallon all-in-one tank, we've designed this one to actually work with an IKEA stand. So stands now available. Just go to your IKEA. They come in like 30 different colors. You can do glass fronts, you can do doors, you can do drawers. They have so many different options. I think it's called Besta, and they're like $100 and something bucks. That works with our Villa 24-gallon tank. You can find it at reefcasa.com. Okay, what do we need? We have our glue model today. He's our frag surgeon and also doubles as Mr. Glue. So we're gonna glue these three acro down. What glue are we gonna use? Yeah, and I'm gonna show you where we have decided. While Dylan is going to grab some tools, check out this torch. So nice. Also this one. Wow. Why are you so excited? Get out of here. What do you want? I want it to grow. So Dylan has grabbed what we call the clippies. Yep, clippy. And we're just going to cut the stem off the bottom because it's a lot easier to glue them down. So this is just a little trick. We do sell these if you're looking for them. Just, oh, nice job. Cut the stem off the plug. It's going to be much easier to glue down. Bird's nest is quite fragile, so be careful if you're going to do this one. You don't want to snap the skeleton. Job well done. And the last one, this is probably the most fragile. You know what I would do? I would just take this right off the plug fully. I feel like, okay, let's do it. Don't break it. Don't break it! Wow.
You jinxed it.
Oh, I jinxed it. But we didn't break the skeleton of the actual piece, so that's good. I was expecting it to snap. Okay, we have our trusty bulk reef supply glue, which is our preferred glue for making all the frags we have here in the shop. What I always call a teardrop size amount, and that Tortusa I want to stick right where the lawnmower blenny is, right up top there. I think that's going to be a good spot. Lots of light. Move the blades out of the way, and our glue model will show us how it's done. This is how you glue frags down. Make sure you get some on your fingers. Yeah, there we go. Very, very nice job. Dylan, are you gonna donate 25 cents to my GoFundMe?
That'd be fun.
5 cents?
5 cents.
Nice. Next, we're gonna do the bird's nest, and it's the exact same process. And that one I want to stick right there on that ledge because I think it'd be nice for him to grow out, eh? Give him some space. Right there, I'm thinking, and then he can take that whole corner. Yeah. And then he won't shade anything because we don't have anything underneath, so that's another thing to consider. Oh shit, now that you said that. Damn it, Dylan. You're right, you win. Yeah, he just said this would be a good spot for a tabling acropora, so you know what? We'll stick him right here. That's also a good spot. And even if he does grow and shade out stuff, he's going to be shading out mushrooms, which, dun-da-da-da, they don't mind the shade. They actually prefer the shade. Just getting a little bit on his fingers, but that's okay. That's part of the job. A little bit lower too. Like I said, these guys don't need a lot of light for being a hard coral. And then finally, the piece de resistance. We have the Forest Fire Digi. Dead center. I want this guy to be the star of the show. Just because it's hard to find a true red, like really, really red coral. and one that's going to grow in this sort of structure. I think this will just make a nice spot. But this, more or less, adding these is one, to show you guys and make some content, but also to, holy crap, look at the size of that sand sifting cucumber. Also, ADHD, also is to, I want to see what the blades, what they can really do. Most lights on the market today are going to keep LPS and soft coral without any trouble. They're super easy to keep. Any LED you buy, you want to go with a Radion, maybe Aqua Illuminations, Hydras, Primes. If you go with the Neptune Sky, maybe a Kessel. What else is there? Orphic. The one that we use here, the Reef Casa Halo. Soft coral, man, there's not really a light out there that is bad, that isn't going to do the job. But when we get into some of the hard corals, this is where good lights and mediocre lights will really shine or fail. So I'd like to give them a test, and this is basically our test, is going to be those 3 pieces that we have added. Check this out. You know what? If you've watched this far in the video, it means that you are a super fan and you really like us. So I'll give you a little secret. There's a coupon code online. It's called July 10, like the month that we're in. That's going to save you 10% off any order on our site of 150 bucks or more. This smart customer is taking advantage. Okay, and that's it. We're going to wrap up today's video. Hopefully I'll get a new set of wheels. Who put another clownfish in here? Look at this. He's got a buddy, the world's smallest clownfish. Now we have 2 of them. Okay, I'm getting distracted. We'll wrap it up. We'll see you guys back here on the next episode. I think I'm going to do another one about gluing stuff down. In this tank, I have some green star polyp video I'm going to do. I have a couple other visit videos. I have a Halloween urchin that I don't know how got in there. And we'll see you guys back here on the next episode of Fragbox TV. Thank you for watching this one, and goodbye for now.